Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are doing a Valentine's Day look today and I am so excited about it. Obviously we're feeling the pinky vibes and all of the glow. So we are ready for Valentine's Day. And yeah, I'm super excited about this look, and again, I love how it turned out. So if y'all are interested in knowing how I did this look, then just keep on watching. Hello everyone. Happy almost Valentine's Day. We are going to be doing a Valentine's Day look. As you could probably tell in my little intro, I am feeling super flirty and pink with this sweater on. So let's jump into the look today. So first things first, I am just going to apply a lightweight oil to my face just to kind of get it prepped for my foundation. And I'm going to use the Josie Maron, I think I pronounced that right, Josie Maron argan oil. And I'm just going to put a little bit of that just on my hands and rub it in, and then just apply it to my face. It isn't going to be too oily to where, you know, it will like take off my foundation. It will just kind of apply a good base and make my skin look a little bit more glowy, but just give my skin a nice moisture. After that, what I've been really liking to do is just grab my setting spray. I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray as usual, and just spritzing my face with this. I just find that it kind of helps to lock in the foundation. Alright, so I'm super excited about the foundation that I'm going to use today, but I think I'm going to do my eyes first and then do my foundation last today, just because I am going to be using a little bit more color. I do want this to be a little bit more of a dramatic Valentine's Day look, but still wearable. So we'll see how it turns out, what my vision, if it plays out. And guys, I just realized that I'm an idiot and I forgot all my brushes at my house. I do have a couple that I have here in my makeup bag that I used when I traveled this weekend, but shoot y'all, other than that, I have some at my parents' house, so we're just gonna have to go with the flow. I'm gonna be using brushes that I haven't used in forever, but it'll be fine. It hopefully will turn out the same. So in order to prime my eyes, I'm just going to use some concealer, and honestly, I'm just going to take some on my finger and just rub it together and just apply that straight to my eyelid. I have a lot of redness and veininess on, I don't even know if that's a word, but just veins on my eyelids. So this step is a big necessity for me, or else you're just going to be able to see that discoloration and the pigment in the eyeshadow isn't going to kind of turn out the same or look like it did in the pan. Alright, and then once that is on, I'm just going to take a little bit of my RCMA No Color Powder and just set my eyes with this. Alright, so now my eyes are all ready to go for eyeshadow. And the first shadows we're going to be jumping into today are from the Laura Lee Cat's Pajamas palette. This is so cute and I love this palette. We're going to go in with Bomb Diggity first. This is just a warm like camel shade of the palette. And this is a Real Techniques brush that I'm going to be using to blend today. A couple weekends ago, I got to go see Lipstick Nick and on her tour. It was one of my Christmas presents that I got from my parents, and it was incredible. I told y'all that, I think I told y'all in one of my Get Ready With Me's a couple weeks ago. But she calls her crease color her best friend color, which I really loved that because it just is so true. It helps to just blend the whole look together, and it kind of like has always got your back kind of thing. So, you know, she was giving an example of like if we didn't use a crease color and we just went straight in to a reddish, you know, brown that we're going to use today at some point, it's going to look harsh, it's going to look messy, It's not gonna look blended, it's gonna be like a look. And what that best friend color just does is just kind of make everything a little bit more wearable and prettier, more blended. All right, so now that we just have that crease color laid down, I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of a precise brush and go in with the color Cray Cray right here, which is the next shade, a little bit more of an orangey brown. And still just going right where we put that Bomb Diggity color, but just a little bit more precise and just windshield wiper motions back and forth. And you can still see a little bit of that Bomb Diggity color peeking through, and it just kind of provides a little bit more warmth, a little bit more blendability. So it all comes together. Okay, so next we are going to leave the Laura Lee palette aside for a minute, and I'm gonna go in with my Juvia's Place palette. I'm pretty sure this is called the Masquerade Mini Palette right here. And this is the first time I've used either of these palettes on myself, so this is gonna be a little, or it's a try the product. I don't know what I'm talking about. Trying these products for the first time on camera. So I love, like, these eyeshadows are so pigmented so far, and I've heard amazing things about this palette too, so I'm excited to try it. We are gonna go in with a little bit more of a pinky color just to kind of pull out the flirtiness that we're trying to get, if I can think of the words. So we're actually gonna go into this pink shade right here called Bori. And we're just gonna take a little bit of that, and we're gonna place that starting on the outer corner of my eye. Just kind of pulling in some pinky shades. Now this isn't gonna be this pink for the rest of the eye look. We're gonna layer some things over it, but this is just gonna add a nice little base to just kind of pull out that shade that we want. And I'm actually gonna also bring this shade into the center of my eyelid as well, because we are gonna wanna bring that up and in towards the inner corner of my eye. All right, so once we have that color laid down and looking pretty good, we will go in with a little bit of a darker shade, and we're gonna go in with a little bit more of like a burnt red type of shade, and this is gonna be this one right here, called Ada or Ada, something like that. And I'm gonna go in with actually that exact same brush that we used for the pink shade and just go right into this color. So just going right here, and again just working into the outer corner of the eye. I really want this look to be very like kind of monochromatic in a way, but not really, like just really blown out and smoky with these reddish brown shades. So just kind of pressing that brush into where I want that color to be. Getting all the pigment right there. And then just slowly, again, working up into the crease, not all the way, but just so it's blended and just so we're not just seeing that harsh brown shade right above the pink. I'm sorry if I'm looking down. My mirror is just right here, so hopefully y'all can tell what I'm doing. Honestly, just think about stamping motion, so really just pressing that color right where you want it, and then once you have less and less product on your brush, you can slowly start to blend it up and out, whatever you want to do for your eye shape. If you have a little bit more of a wider, rounder eye shape, a more rounded eyeshadow technique would be better for you because it would make your eyes look a little bit brighter. But this kind of just makes, I mean, any technique will look beautiful with any eye shape, but this is just the one that I think complements me best. So if you have an eye shape that is close to mine, then this is a really beautiful kind of winged out effect that you can do to make your eyes look a little bit sexier in a way. All right, so I think we are done with the Juvia's Place palette, and we're gonna go back into the Laura Lee palette one more time, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Kooky right here. And with that same exact brush that we have been using, this is the last color that we are going to put in the outer corner of our eyes. So again, just pressing that, and every single time I'm going a little bit lower and just layering over that same color that we had just applied, but not going as high. So you can kind of see the effect, kind of almost like a sunset, but see the different colors blending as you slowly go up. So like darkest and then slowly getting lighter into that transition color. All right, I'm really loving how it looks so far. So now we're gonna go in with a eyeshadow that will kind of tie the whole look together, kind of add a little bit more drama and sparkle. And we're gonna go in with the Glazin Eye Gloss. So it's kind of like a glossy texture, but then it turns powder. I have used one of these before in a couple videos back, but this is just a different color. This is gonna be in the shade Unicorn. And so it's a light pinky kind of gel color, but has some blue and purple like specks of glitter in it. So it's gonna be really beautiful. I'm gonna use this with my finger. I think personally that is just what is best color payoff on me. So I'm just gonna use my ring finger and I'm just gonna tap into the gel and then apply that to the inner corner of my eye. So it's totally fine if it looks kind of crazy right now. If you could see me in the mirror and be like, whoa. This is beautiful pigment though. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that dry a little bit. Try to keep looking down. While that is drying, I'm going to apply my brow bone highlight. And I think I'm gonna do a little pop of color as well. So I'm gonna go back into the Juvia's Place palette, and with this shade right here called Giza, I'm going to take a little bit of that and just pop that on my brow bone. I'm also going to take a little bit of that and pop it in my inner corner as well. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and blend the inner corner color with the colors that I already applied. Y'all, I could not talk, but y'all feel me. Just watch what I do. So I'm going to go back in with the brush that we used for all of the outer corner colors right here. And I'm just going to lightly, with no extra product on it, just lightly tap over the edges of that unicorn shade that we laid down. And then right over top of that right here, we're just going to go right in there and just kind of blend it all together. Make it look more of a pop of color rather than just placing it down there, if it makes sense. So just a little bit more blended. Alright, so I don't think I'm going to apply any eyeliner today. This is where you would go ahead and apply your lashes and mascara. I do have lash extensions right now, so I'm just going to brush through them and just make them look nice and fluffy again. But I think we are done with the eyeshadow. We do have the lower lash line still, but I like to wait until after I'm completely done with my face to finish my lower lash line. So now we are going to move on to the face. Alright, so like I said, I am so excited for foundation today. I literally just bought this foundation and I'm so excited to try it out because it has become everybody's favorite foundation within literally a couple days ever since it launched, I feel like. So I'm so excited to try this out. I ran out and got it this morning, so this is a very first impression of how I feel about this foundation. And so now that our skin is prepped and we have had time to let it kind of soak in, we are ready for foundation. I'm going to be using the new NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I am so excited about this. I'm in the shade Medium 3.5 or Vanuatu. It's an interesting name. So yes, I just picked it up this morning, so I'm super excited to try it. So I don't have my beauty blender with me, which would be my first choice of how to apply this foundation, but I do have my favorite foundation brush with me, so that will just have to do. So I'm just gonna shake it up. It says to shake it well. And for foundation, I'm going to be using my foundation brush. I'm gonna be using the Morphe S94 to apply this. This is just like a flat kabuki brush. It comes with a pump, which I freaking love. So let's try it out. Okay, so just put 2 pumps on here And we're gonna try this half of my face first. Hopefully this is a good color match. I'm tanned, so I'll have to keep this tan up or else I'm not gonna be able to use this foundation. But that's okay. It goes on so smoothly, oh my gosh. All right, so my camera died while I was applying that foundation, but oh my gosh, y'all. It looks so natural on the skin. I didn't mind applying it with the brush, but I think I'll like applying it better with a beauty blender. You can definitely feel the radiance. I did also apply my concealer on top of it, the Make It Forever full cover concealer, just with my fingers, how I usually apply it, and it melted into the skin beautifully, and I'm really loving this so far. You can definitely feel the radiance of it, like you can see the glow in my skin, and I'm not sure if that's just from the argan oil, but I'm pretty sure it's from the foundation as well, so we will see. I really love it so far. So now just setting the whole face in my under eye area, I'm going to go back in with my RCMA No Color Powder and my Morphe M438 brush, and we're just going to set right under my eye area and just everywhere where we put that concealer, and just making sure we set. Even though this is a long wear foundation, it is like a radiant foundation, so I just want to make sure we set everything that we need to and it won't break up throughout the day with my oily skin. And once that is on, I'm also going to take a little bit of my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish powder in the shade Medium Golden, and just with a big powder brush and just go over the rest of my face with this. I love these powders because they don't cake up on the skin. They're super natural finish, so you can just like apply literally this whole thing of powder and your skin would still look very natural. It doesn't completely mattify you either, so your skin will still keep that glow throughout the day, but just stay oil free. All right, so for the rest of my face, to bronze, I'm gonna use the MAC Give Me Sun. I really love this, especially for nights out and when you're trying to still look a little bit dewy and kind of sun-kissed. This is the perfect bronzer for you because it does have a little bit, not shimmer, but just a little bit of sheen to it. So it won't completely just make you look super muddy or anything. It's gonna make you look like you just stepped out of the sun. And then just to add a little bit more dimension, I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil matte bronzer. So this is just gonna add a little bit more deepness to it and just make me look even more tanned. All right, now on to blush. We are going to be using the Tarte Feisty blush. And this is just a really nice universal, just rosy colored blush. Put that on the apple of my cheeks and then slowly work back to my temples. Blush just literally makes all the difference. And this will kind of tie in to everything we got going on here on the eyes as well. All right, now for highlight, we are going to use the Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlighter. This is one of my favorites, and it's a really pretty gold highlighter. So if you're any lighter than my skin tone, I probably wouldn't go for this, but anybody that's my skin tone or darker, it would look beautiful on. The Jaclyn Hill highlighter, which I talk about often too, I mean, oh, look how pretty, is another great option, another great go-to to use for a night out. But it will just enhance that glow, that radiance that we got going on here, because it's Valentine's Day and you have to look glowy and beautiful for your lover. And then just add a little bit on the tip of my nose and down the center of my nose and on my cupid's bow. You gotta make those lips look juicy. And then before brows, last step we're going to do on the face is just take that same powder brush that we used for our under eye powder with the RCMA color powder, no color powder, and I'm just going to go softly around the edges and underneath just to soften up the blending just a little bit. I always do this so y'all know by now what this does, but just gonna kind of blend it out a little bit, make it look more melted into the skin and not so harsh. All right, I'm gonna do brows off camera and then I'll be back. All right guys, brows are done, and just to let y'all know, I am still absolutely obsessed with this pencil. It is amazing. The It Cosmetics Brow Powder Pencil. This is in the shade Universal Taupe, and it is incredible. I don't think I've ever been able to do my eyebrows so fast. Granted, the girl that does my eyebrows is an absolute angel, and she has completely reshaped my brows, and I love them, and I love her, but this pencil is almost as good. It is so good. All right, but moving on, now that we have pretty much the majority of everything on, let's go ahead and finish our lower lash line. So we're gonna go back into the eyeshadow palettes that we used, and first thing going back into the Cat's Pajamas palette and going in with this tapered blending brush that we used for the second crease color, and we're gonna go in with Bomb Diggity. Actually, I'm gonna mix the two. I'm gonna mix Bomb Diggity and Cray Cray and just go right underneath my lash line, just blending it out. You'll know the drill, and then connecting it to the top just to kind of give it a nice blend. And then going in with that shadow brush that we use for all of our outer corner colors, we are going to go in to Kooky and just line again, just kind of smudge out the bottom lash line. Oh, looks so good, guys. I love it. I love how this is turning out. Okay, and then last but not least, I'm just going to brighten up that inner corner highlight one more time now that we have applied all of our face on. I'm going to go back in with the Giza color from the Juvia's Place palette and then just put that right in the inner corner to just light it back up. Now let's add some mascara and we'll be done with the eyes. I'm just using my Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. Yay! So mascara is on, the eyes are complete, and I'm so happy with how they turned out. Now all we gotta do is add some lips. So the lip liner that I'm gonna use for it is called Rush, and it's the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil. I love the color of this lip liner. I think it's like my favorite. I just never pick it up enough. I used to just wear this all the time by itself like this. I think it's so pretty. And then over top of that, I'm actually going to apply a lipstick, a little sample lipstick that I just got that I think is a really pretty, just everyday color, and really pretty for like a Valentine-y kind of flirty kind of look. So this is actually from Josie Maran again, and the shade is called Embrace It Honey, and I love that. And we are going to apply this. This is just a really pretty pinky nude shade, and I'm just gonna apply that right over where I applied the lip liner, obviously. So it just softens it a little bit. And then obviously we're gonna add a little bit of gloss, and I'm super excited about this gloss that we're using today as well, because I think it's a really pretty complement to make your lips look a little bit plumper. So this is the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip. This is in the shade Atoll, I think. I'll link it down below. But this is a really pretty just pinky shade, but also has some gold flecks in it. So this will make your lips look bigger, more plump, and I'm just gonna put this right on the center of my lips. And then last but not least, just one more quick spritz of the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray just to lock everything in place. And there you have it, guys. This is my 2018 version of my look for Valentine's Day this year. I hope you love it. I really, really love how it turned out. Last year I did more of a purpley, like sexy kind of look, and this year I wanted to just make it a little bit more glam, a little bit more glitter involved, and maybe next year I'll do something a little bit more simple and something that the average everyday woman would wear. I don't know, but hopefully y'all found this pretty simple. And if y'all decide to do some type of version of this look, please let me know. I would love it. Y'all don't need the exact products that I use. Y'all can, you know, find something very similar, I'm sure, in your collection already. So just use what you have. I hope you'll have a wonderful Valentine's Day, spending it with the people that you love the most. And yeah, thank you so much for coming back, and I will see y'all in my video next week. Mwah! Bye. Just gotta die. I just gotta die. Oh no. Bye. So robotic.